Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got it to Hilton. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys can come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I did offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Mahomes going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. From 4 yards out. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Well, who's the leader?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Off the play fake. Gordon. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Mahomes. Able to get away. And shedding through the tackle. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
This is nervous. I can't switch this out. It's like a little move. Nah, keep that nigga.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Right side here, and that's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
What you mean? You just played them.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first and 10, Gordon. And the hook up here.
No, I get that.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Mine doesn't work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
DT in the fucking game. Outside of Aaron.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's better than fucking Eddie Goldman, nigga.
A pretty decent game.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Second and 4. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there.
Nah,
what would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Niggas don't double team Khalil Mack. Niggas double team JJ.
On EA Sports.
Trust me. I know it on front. It's a bunch of bullshit, but, you know, it is what it is. This is my philosophy. You can't double team everybody, so I should always have a nigga in the backfield.
On second
That's
down.
me. I gave it. I gave it.
He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Fucking hate this game.
Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Okay, but you missed a shot.
Off play action. Gordon. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
I mean,
he punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
When he go into the pass rushing formations,
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Like that middle, like he dropped.
Empty backfield as they'll look to throw, and that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Gordon.
Of course I can't run the ball, really.
He's taken down for a sack. 10 years ago. Back at the 47-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. That's it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
That's good. Tired of that shit.
15 line. 15 line. Watch 81, fellas. Watch 81. Single. I single the slot. Bravo.
Nice cover 2 man coming.
From the gun, Gordon. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I love this fucking
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the catch made by Hilton. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
It's crazy because my dog ain't doing no damage.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Like, this nigga
The
is
Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down.
Rope
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw again on second down, Mahomes. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And again, it's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Naeem Hines, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Hey, Delta.
Operating from the gun. Gordon. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Gordon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Gordon throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
From the gun, Gordon. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Mike spoke. You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball. Hey, high 7. Hey, watch it. 5.
On third down, Gordon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll return it from the 6. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Humble.
I can't believe they even let you play.
This is Hines. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30.
I have a 94
for a Kansas City touchdown.
And I can't get it.
A big play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Check. Right here. Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
15. 5.
2nd and 2. At the Chiefs' 42-yard line.
61. Matchbox Mike.
Your best thing, by the way.
Check. Lucky. Check 13. Check. Go.
To throw on 2nd down. Gordon. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gordon. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A give to Cohen. He heads right. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bears on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Gordon and Robinson with a big catch. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
44.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Tighten up. Check safety.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Here's Hines. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Mahomes now to throw, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Check nine. You gotta go, baby.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete.
This is now interception number 3 that Eddie Jackson should have on the game and will not come down with.
Oh, dude, this nigga catching right when I was right there, bro.
Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ready?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I should leave it like that. Ooh.
Throwing again. Gordon gonna let one fly for Robinson. He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 81 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
You probably let them chosen. Okay.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Of course, they don't let me throw the ball away.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second and 11. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Oh, my Lord. This nigga, I'm about to bench
Oh, Lord, what the?
this nigga
Touchdown number
A-Rob.
29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights.
I think he might have brought them right wrong safety down or something. I don't know.
Winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Boy, booty naked, boy.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy,
This
right?
nigga just had one receiver on the field.
Exactly
This
what
nigga no
happened
huddle
before,
and then just had 4
replicate it.
niggas on the field.
They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
My God, my nigga. This is like, bro.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Looking to throw. Gordon. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer.
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated.
Bro, this
the
nigga,
front
are you serious,
and the
bro?
back really in sync.
Like, this nigga
the
really
front
just know how
putting
to
on the
run.
pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
This nigga really is just sitting here
Back
no
to throw
how
now,
to
2nd and 10. Robinson's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards into Chicago first down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, exit.
Bum ass niggas.
Get it.
Throwing on first down. Gordon. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. From the gun, Gordon. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's 2nd and 8. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception.
Oh, he's
starting to unravel.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate
I think he lobbed it. He should just do a dime.
him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no choice but to throw it downfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
The
Gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. The big fella. The 30. 10. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown.
I just think it's too slow.
So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets him a little bit closer.
That's smack ass again, though. He don't care, but...
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And the Chiefs, and he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game. Someone said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball.
Send me a review.
I just wondered that
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line cannot handle this pass rush. They've demonstrated time and time again.
Pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Jones, his 2nd sack.